Hello everyone, welcome back to Black Cats TV, and today we're here to preview Preston. Yes, that's right, special effects.
All the budget's gone now.
All the budget's gone, yeah. Well, whack that away now, there we go. Right, so Preston, we're coming off the back of 2 wins, all right? It's great. But we don't have a good record against Preston, historically.
No.
Would you like to fill the people in of?
Yeah, I think we were having a look through it, and I think 2 wins in the last 10 games against them, which stretches all the way back to 2005. If anyone remembers the Roy Keane promotion season, we seem to have a bit of a. I think we lost to them 3 times in that season. So thankfully, our draw earlier on in the season means we can't do that again this year. But the 2 wins though are within the last 5, I will say. So when you kill the last 5, you go, it's not too bad. But then when you start to look further back, it was 2004 when we last sort of won before that. But it was 2-0 on New Year's Day, start of 2024. I think Pritchard and Rusin got both goals, but then most recently we lost.
Neither of which are on the pitch now.
Yeah, neither of which are here. We lost, obviously, 2-0 in the League Cup, Le Bris's second game. I think we did a video earlier on in the season where we talked about that lineup compared to now, and I think it's like Rigg and Mundell are like the only 2 really that are still in and around that team. I suppose Hjelder's getting a game now, so there's 3 potentially.
That's not necessarily a bad thing because we've got a better team now, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we all knew at that point he was testing his squad anyway at that point, so that's fine. And then earlier on in the season was 0-0 in November when we went on that draw streak, shall we call it, where we just couldn't stop drawing. So yeah, not great outings.
It's interesting because the talk I've heard, and I was on Fan TV on Sunday, of course, was basically we're not as worried about this as we are about Coventry coming up, sort of thing. But the track record with Preston, I don't know why we wouldn't be worried about this one. I know it's at our place and everything, but they've just beat Burnley, albeit in the FA Cup. It's still the 5th round. Burnley still would have wanted to win that.
Didn't they draw with them a couple of weeks before that as well?
Yeah, but they won 3-0. Robbie Brady, Will Keane, and a Magic, all scoring. And yeah, I think they are a team to not take lightly.
Yeah. I would say the same. That admittedly, I'm starting to worry about Coventry, but we shouldn't be worrying about teams until we're about to play them, really. So we need to not look past Preston and start worrying about the task that's coming up ahead of it. We need to make sure that we're on it and that we take this form that we've picked up in the last 2 wins into this game with us. And granted that form, I know you've watched both the games. I've seen bits of one and most of the other. We've not been amazing, but we've got the job done is probably the best way of saying it.
Do you know what? It's still just that hesitation in the box. That's all I can see. It's like that hesitation to shoot that gives their defence a chance to get in front of it. We have more block shots in the last few games than I've ever seen before.
That's what surprised us about Mayenda's goal, that it was just, he's shot. All right, well, it's in. That's how easy it was.
I'm not surprised when they shoot now. Even Job had a couple of shots. I'm surprised when it gets past the first man, same as the corners.
Yeah,
but Preston's form, obviously they had that great win for them in the 5th round, then a 0-0 at Swansea, and then they just lost 1-0 to Sheffield United, who are one of the top teams at the moment as well. So, that's not...
They're not a pushover. No, they only just before that, they only just lost to Coventry as well. I think it was the last minute. I might be wrong there, but they only just lost to Coventry before that as well.
So who would you see as their danger men then at Preston?
Well, weirdly, it was one of the ones, if you think back to our transfer videos that we were doing in January, of course, we were linked to their striker, Jakobsen, who has played 35 times. He's got 9 goals and he's got 2 assists this season. He's out and out their leading, contributor towards their goals. You've got Osmagic, I think the one you said as well. He's got 7 goals next and 3 assists, so he's on 10, so he's not far behind. Then you've got, Kelsa Hayden, 3 assists, but no goals for him. And Froyar, I think he's called Mads Froyar's got 3 assists as well. And so they've sort of spaced out their assists, shall we say? And they do have two more danger men, really, that are the ones.
Yeah.
Of course, one we looked at, but I think I remember the rumours being he was like down the bottom of a list of strikers that we were interested in. He wasn't quite a high priority for us, so it was more like a tentative interest, shall we say?
Yeah,
but and I hope he doesn't come back to haunt us because of that.
Well, hopefully not. And of course, they've got Sam Greenwood, who is ex-Middlesbrough.
Oh, the Middlesbrough, the one who used to play for us as well, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And he can be quite a threat. Funnily enough, while I was looking into the players, they've still got Ched Evans there.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, 36-year-old forward.
Oh, yeah, 3 games, no goals. Yeah, 3 games, no assists. Yeah, still there.
That's amazing. So,
and then, of course, their goalie, I don't know if he's their number 1. He looks like he is on here, but Freddie Woodman, former Newcastle United.
Yeah, there's lots of players to keep an eye on in this one, definitely. I'm curious to see that Jakobsen as well. Just see what he's like.
Yeah.
But Sunderland's form, obviously, we're having a bit of a scary moment, and now we've gone back to back with 2-1s. The last one, I think, despite what some people say, was more confident 2-1 than the previous. We just seem to be just going at it, and I think they were lucky to get the 1 through our goalkeeper's mistake, right? So I think we're on form for this one, but injuries is an issue.
Yeah,
because obviously we've got Enzo out.
Yeah,
Ballard's out. Roberts could have been out, but we've just heard on the press conference that he's back in.
Yeah, he said he's in contention to play, so it might not start, but he can play.
So this is the interesting one. The other one as well, before we go on to how we'll line up, is Bellingham, because this is a key game for him as well.
Yep, game 37, isn't it?
Yeah, so what does that mean?
So he's got 9 yellow cards for us this season. So after game 37, the amount you're on gets wiped out, basically. So if he were to get booked in this game against Preston, he would miss 2 games for us coming up. Whereas if he doesn't get booked, it's reset for the last sort of period of the season. So he's it's very important. He's been very well behaved, shall we say, the last couple of games, I think is the best way of saying it.
Does this not scream an excuse for 4-4-2?
Possibly.
Having. I mean, or you could still have 3 in the middle with Neil, Brown, and Rigg. But you could have 4-4-2 if you drop in Job and play Meander and Isidore up front together, because it worked at the end of the last game. We saw that.
Yeah, I don't think he's not gonna drop Joe for the sake of it. I think he trusts him enough that he's just gonna let him play it out and see how it goes. I think you get to 60 minutes and the game's covered, he's taking him off, isn't he?
It feels like our luck that he'll get a yellow card for something he doesn't even do.
Don't forget the spell of the season where we weren't playing him and how important he actually proved to be to us, especially in the sort of defensive left side cover for the left back and what have you. He was vitally important for us in that sort of thing. We didn't realise until he was really gone.
But I do think Brown came in strong this week, and he looked well. Plus, he's got the history with Preston. He was their captain for how many years? I don't know off the top of my head.
10, I think, at least.
So he's got the history there, so it'd be nice for him to play. And for me, Yelda still gets a start over Sirkin.
Yeah, I would do the same. I was a bit critical of Sirkin in the Sheffield Wednesday game. I think it's just because I felt he was tucked in too much and they were trying to get down the sides very quickly on us, and it just felt like you were never quite where you wanted to be. Yeah,
so Yelda had a much more attacking game. For me, I don't know if you agree, but when Sirkin came on, he didn't do anything. And when he did get them, as soon as he got the ball, he just didn't seem to turn and go at them at any point, make any attacking plays. It was just turn backwards, go back, straight back to 09 or the keeper.
I don't know if he's been because the Sirkin that we had at the start of the season doesn't seem to be the same one that's playing now. And I don't know if this is a tactical thing that Labry's asking him to do, or if he's still a bit injured and maybe we're sort of being careful with him, because don't forget how many games he missed for us over the last season. And with Elise not being able to come back into the team either, we've got Hjelde as our only real left back option. So I think they're probably just being very cautious with him and probably telling him, just ease yourself around. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we know what you can do. I mean, he scored the other month against Watford, and was putting a good shift in that game. Really, you know, without being fantastic, he was getting himself about. But yeah, I think the back four you keep the same. I think 09, Meppen, Hjelde, and Hume. I think you still stick with Patterson. As I've seen the goal back a couple of times now, it's weak from him, but there is an arm across him, so it's not easy. Do you know what I mean? I understand why he's dropped it, but it's a bit
he shouldn't have
clear
got
out
to claim
the man.
it. Yeah, if he hasn't got the strength and he hasn't got the command of his box, he shouldn't have been out for there.
If you're coming out, you make sure you get it, and if you can't catch it comfortably, you punch it away and you wipe out the teams in front of you, even if it's your own. You wipe them out.
100%. You got to use that strength. He's bulked up. We know he's bulked up. That's not fat shaming or anything. I think he looks stronger for it. But somebody
great
made
shot stopper still. Absolutely fantastic shot
somebody
stopper.
made an interesting comment in our live that was saying basically it's overthinking. When it's a set piece or when it's a corner and he's setting up and he's waiting for it, that's when he makes these mistakes. If it's just an attack and a random shot, that's when he does some great reaction saves.
Yeah.
He'll dive across and stuff like that.
He's still young. He's not the finished article. Keepers go on until they're nearly 40, so he's still learning as he goes. And to be playing in the second tier of English football is still a fantastic thing that he's doing. It's just, if we could just iron out these little things, like you say, like his kicking or like his area management from set pieces, he wouldn't be playing for us, is probably the best way of saying it.
Go on then. What's our final 11? How do you want to set up?
I would like to play the same team again, is how I would want to do it there. I think you don't drop Mayenda in the form he's in. He has to keep playing. The only change you would arguably make is if Roberts isn't fit enough to start, you play Isidore and you play two sort of top. Mayenda can move out to the right a little bit because he's still a threat in the front three, as we've seen throughout the season. But yeah, I think that's the only change you would make if you're forced to make a change. If not, I think you keep it the same and you just go again.
No changes, yeah. Cool. Right. League table now. Our league table, that is. And here we are.
Yeah.
We have someone with 2 points. I'm really disappointed. Somebody's got 2 points. I'm joint 9th /
You're joint second, yeah.
That's the league table as it stands. You just get a point for a correct score prediction.
I just went with that just to make it easy, really. How many predictions have you got spot on this season? And Alex Dixon, I think he got... he didn't get the Luton game. What was the other one that you did? I think it was 2-0. Oh, was it 2-1? He got the last one, basically. I think he got both 2-1s against Sheffield Wednesday and Cardiff. So he's obviously flown up there. I think Paul Armstrong just snuck in this week with the other lad who's on the bottom of it as well. David Edwards, that's it as well. And then the others had been in from Luton and Sheffield Wednesday.
I know. Why? Even though I'm the same points, why do I get bunged down the bottom? It's shocking.
I just did it in order that I read them. Just down. So I read them from the preview video, and then I go to the live stream and check it out from there. So that's the order.
Well, make sure you get your predictions in. There's still 10 points up for grabs this season, obviously. So it's still anybody's game. Get 2-3 predictions and you're straight back top of that league. And we've not had great track records with it. So it's very easy to do if somebody can predict well.
We've been doing this since December, and we've only just got someone who's on 2, and he got 2 in the last 2 games. So he's either a time traveller or he's just joined in now.
Or he's doing that. I'll just say 2-1 for every single game. And he's starting to get 2 right.
I'm thinking I might copy him just to see if it happens.
Well, there you go. This is the time. Yeah. Your predictions. What is your predictions?
I would like to say the exact same that Alex Dixon says.
No.
Whatever. No, I'm just going to go. Yeah, I'm going to say. Where we put it home. I'm going to say 2-1. Yeah, I'm just going to have to go with it. I think we never make it easy on ourselves to get loads of goals out ahead in people. I think we always make it difficult and make it look harder than it is. So 2-1.
I think we're due a bigger win. Not silly.
Oh, we are. We've been due one for years.
But I'm going to say 3-0.
Okay.
Clean sheet, 3-0 at least. It's going to be at least 3-0.
So after 2 minutes, when we've conceded, you're out of the game.
I'm out of the game. Yeah. I've already.
I've learned my lesson now. Don't put a clean sheet on because you're just out of the game. No matter.
So you're going 2-1.
2-1 to Sunderland, and you've gone 3-0
That'll be
to
3
Preston.
2-1s in a row. What are the odds on that one?
Well, we did that bit earlier on in the season. I'm sure we did. It was at like Stoke City. We kept going behind to teams. It was Stoke, it was Norwich, but I know Swansea was 3-2 and Bristol was 1-1. But there was a spell of 2-1s in there where we went behind and then won the games as well.
Yeah, all the last-minute goals for a change.
Yeah, exactly.
Going our way. Well, that's it. Make sure you get your score predictions in on this video, or come and join me on the live stream about 15 minutes before kickoff and get your predictions in there. It's much safer to stick it on this one, though, then it's not missed. Conrad, would you like to say anything to it? Oh, actually, before you say anything, please like and subscribe. We should have done that at the beginning. If you're still here 16 minutes in and you're not subscribed, it's you, not us. That's the problem. Conrad, would you like to say goodbye to everyone?
Yeah, see you later on. Thanks for watching, and we'll hopefully see you on the live stream for Mike's commentary, and then we'll probably be doing a review afterwards. And hopefully we go for our 3rd win in a row.
That's it. Climbing the leagues. See you all in the next one. Goodbye.